Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Kage, Death Shadow, Volume 1. We left off at Chapter 5, page 221. As he nonchalantly slung Kambe's swords on his back and strapped them on, the knight free fell for a few seconds and then caught up to Grim. The gold knight wrapped his massive legs around Grim and began to strike him with fists and elbows. Grim's head bounced back and forth like an incredibly creepy bobblehead. Grim tried to push this hulking knight off of him, but the knight just re-grappled and continued. 5th floor, 4th floor, 3rd floor, 2nd floor. The knight grabbed him and stood up, as if Grim was a surfboard, and kicked off. Death hit the lobby with such velocity, he went through the welcome desk and made a huge crater in the floor. Dust clouds went everywhere, and the shockwave shattered the glass windows and doors. Grim started to get up and was instantly hit with a katana lit with lightning pulsating through it. And seconds later, a second katana lit with flame and holy fire in the other shoulder. Death was pinned to the ground. Death screamed an inhuman scream. "You can't kill me! I am Death! What's a has-been ninja and a washed-up angel going to do to me?" Meanwhile, on the outside, Gecko's Cove, racers drifted around a corner of Royal Farms. 7 full platoons of police cars were behind the racers. Out of the 1,000+ members, only 450 decided to make the decision to move. T-Rex and Scorpion amongst them. Biggie with a Lamborghini Diablo concept car was in the lead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the heart of New York City. Welcome to the Big Apple, he said with his microphone of his car linked to the rest of the car's PA system. Watch your men. Tanks stay in formation. They were driving in a 3-tier formation, single file line, and Ford 350 Super Duties, armored Hummers, Dodge Ram 2500s, Chevy 2-tons were on the outer tiers. Keep it tight, guys. It's about to get cramped. Two-tier formation. Tanks box in. How we doing on gas? Sound off. We don't stop. Half said they needed gas. They said they were at a half a tank. Alright, so here's the rules. We don't stop. The tanks will fill you up. Don't break formation. Too much heat right now. Do not stop. How far out are we, Biggie? One radioed back in. About 25 miles out. The stronghold is just a couple miles out from the border of New York City. It's protected by Dominican Republic and Russian armies. You guys will be happy y'all came. Page 222. If y'all ever wondered where I started my career and how I learned and how I learned how to drive and how I'm able to afford to pay you, These guys got me started. They are Persian rich. My American rich is a few $100s to them. A lot of woo-hoo-hoo-hoo cooed off on the closed circuit police radios. They drifted around the lawyer office of Bidell and Bizel. A top window exploded and black clouds rushed out. A bunch of high decibel demonic cries. The hell? Biggie said in a confused tone. The black cloud covered the sky of New York City. Suddenly, everything became dark and began to blot out the sun. Hey guys, you seeing this? Scorpion said, yeah. Forget C, do you feel that? The gut-wrenching sadness. We need to stop, I can't focus. No, push through it. At the 15th floor, Bidell and Bizel, Satan stretched his legs. Oh my lord. There you are. Oh, excuse me. Oh my lord. There you are. Come in. Do you have my reward? Inside the mind of Raiden Lee. Yes, but first I need to clean house. You are no longer needed. Your reward is a quick and painful death. I shall empty your knowledge out and add it to my library. Then I will eat your soul and take your body. Sounds good? Cool. Alright, let's make it happen. What? No! You lied to me. You said I could have unlimited power. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I kind of lied to you. Used you like a dust mop. Now I'm throwing you away. Come on, let go. I'll make it quick and painless if you let me in. I shall not be betrayed by the likes of you. You will hand over your body. You already said yes. You already agreed. Not my fault you did not read between the lines. A psychic blast put Raiden Lee on his knees. Page 223. Meanwhile, in the fade, there he is. He was pushing against the wooden door. Suddenly, the wooden door became steel reinforced. Something must have happened because Raiden Lee is fighting back. Quickly, we need to reach Lucy. Michael pulled a dagger from his boot and weighed it in his hand, and then flicked it into Satan's direction. Lucy! Been a while, little brother. Oh, crap. He sighed. Satan turned around just as the dagger sailed through the air, nicked Satan's ear. It landed into the door. It landed into the door panel. He touched his side of his head. Black goop seeped from a cut above his ear. The dagger tagged him and shaved off a few hairs. Michael, I see you haven't lost that annoyingly accurate coordination of yours. Dad still lets you play with knives? So glad to see the old gang. How y'all been? Don't answer that. I really don't care. Well, boys, I'd love to chat, but Raiden has something of mine. Uriel started to jump. Oh, I forgot you have teleportation powers. Crap. He clapped his hands and time stopped for a few seconds. Got you on the other side, gentlemen. All right, Raiden Lee, let me in. He bum rushed the door with overpowering psychic energy. The door finally broke, and he stepped through into Raiden Lee's consciousness. Honey, I'm home. It was cute to think you could out willpower me and keep me out. I am a god. I own the spiritual plane. You are a peon compared to me. Kage separated just as he reached the 15th floor. Oh, oh my, teleportation is weird. Then you had to separate at the same time, at the same exact moment my feet touched the floor. Dude, like seriously. If we're going to work together, we got to work on your timing. Whoa, whoa. He said as he stood there for a minute to regain his equilibrium. He heard Emperor Raiden Lee's voice. Emperor Raiden Lee! Come out and fight me! Let's see who's the true Kogoryu, Nameless Shadow Ninja. You are not the master anymore. You're just a greedy businessman. I'd even wager you don't even remember the ninja code. Raiden Lee, Kanbei Halamakari kicked down a door. Empty. Last door at the back of the hall. What? We're still linked. I'll return. I need to be in the presence of my king to recharge. That took more out of me than I realized. Yeah, sorry about the whole timing thing. Page 224. Emperor Raiden Lee, I've killed your lackeys. The Black Dragon Igarayu clan is dead. Your pet is dead. Your big bad machine guns are now not working. Just you and me. Student versus master. He creeped up the hall, not even a peep, except for his voice. Azrael told me everything. You used me as a science experiment? Inject me with some weird liquid? Like I'm some lab rat? And then, because I don't bend to your will, you just ripped it away? Who gave you the right to play God? He was a few feet away from the door. He gently opened it. Careful not to make a sound. Oh, excuse me, I said that. I'm trying to do these anyway. He gently opened it, careful not to make a sound. There he was, back, facing him, kneeling, talking to someone. But no one else was in the room. So the man finally has lost his marbles. His body was shaking, as if he was being attacked by some unseen virus. Kage slowly drew both his swords. Cobra venom dripped off the blade. He snuck up to him and raised his blade. A droplet fell and splashed on the ground next to him. Suddenly, Raiden Lee went into a handstand and drop-kicked Kage in the chin. He was flung into the air and then slammed into the ground. Winded for a moment, he lay there for a quick second. You think you can sneak up on me, boy? I taught you everything you know. Raiden Lee drew his scythe and chain. Come on, boy. I'll take you both on. He started to swing the scythe in an X formation. I brought you into this world, boy, and I'm going to be the one to take you out. The scythe was a blur now. He swung it. Kage was on his elbows. You really have lost your marbles. There's only... The scythe became visible. Oh, that's a blade. He rolled to the right just as it came down next to his shoulder. If he didn't roll right, that would have been his chest. As he went to ninja flip up, a whistling sound. The ball! Roll left! His ninja senses screamed. Raiden Lee spun and slammed the ball into the floor. Kage threw a few ninja stars. Pling pling! Grandmaster Sensei smacked each individual star out of its death path with the scythe. Raiden Lee launched the blade downward. Staying in a nunchuck form, Kage immediately saw the scythe and swung the sword, knocking it out of its intended path. Finally having a chance to stand up, he hopped up. The ball and scythe were becoming annoying. He had to disarm him. Little pig, let me in. Ah, no! Eat a Bible, you goat-faced angel. Page 225. He's distracted. Kage quickly grabbed the end of the scythe and twirled it around the middle of the blade. He spun it, pulling Raiden Lee closer. He got within striking range. Close combat. The one part of ninjutsu training he excelled at higher than the rest of his class. Horseback fighting was his weak area. Could never really get the coordination down while trying to... No! Focus. Not time to reminisce or wander. Focus. He pulled the sword close and performed a spinning elbow, into Raiden Lee's throat. Raiden Lee coughed and loosened his grip on the chain. Shino Kage pulled hard. He flicked the ball and scythe over to the other side of the room. The scythe spun and went into the computer monitor. Sparks shot out, igniting the still-lit cigar ashtray. Then fire climbed down the electric cord and into the wall socket. Bant, bant, bant. Red lights began to wail and dark red lights flashed. You think you can take me down, boy? The Igarayu Black Dragon is deep in American blood. They are reborn. They are not just of this building. They are tens of thousands strong. These here were some of the last Japan raised. I taught 100 of mindsets. I will live forever. I am a Hydra dragon. Chop one head off, and 3 will appear in its place. 4 shurikens came at him, and he leaned back and deflected them with his 12-inch dagger. That was sheathed in his belt. Smoke started to engulf the room as fire began to rage. Shino Kage swung a sword, metal to flesh sound. Emperor Raiden Lee suddenly appeared behind him. You've gotten slow, boy. Were you that dependent on the serum that you've forgotten to use the ninja way? Time to take you back to school. Lesson 1. He kicked Shino Kage's leg. Failure is sown into the flesh. Failure shall not be tolerated. He elbowed Kage in the back of the head. He fell forward, but just before he hit the ground, Kage swung a small dagger into the Emperor's side and twisted, right before he passed out. He faded. Then everything went black. Alright guys, the end. The newly born hero died from nerve system shutdown. The Emperor wins. Yay, Sensei. And the world was taken over by demons. The angels fought hard to a bloody standstill. The world was cast into eternal darkness, ruled by the Goat King Satan. Thanks for reading my book, guys. Stay tuned for my next great novel. Don't forget to get plugged in to my social media network by I don't still have that email. Anyway, Shino Kage's Remembrance. Stay plugged in, yeah. So Shino Kage's Remembrance and other stories of his life on Facebook.com/SNK Book Series. Thanks for reading. Ta-ta for now.